Alright, welcome to Basement 2 here for the Medical Solid Mobile Big Boss tutorial / guide. This is very much straightforward, so I'm just gonna tell you what happens here. First, we're gonna shoot 3 sensors with the Nokia. Make sure that you align your feet above the bottom floor texture, as you can see here. Then we switch to the Nokia and shoot 3 times 3 sensors. My tip is try to be in the center of this vent most of the time here, as we can see. Turn around. Align the cursor here with the wall texture line and go for the far back here. That's the first one. Moving on, once again, try to be as center as possible. That way you avoid accidentally blowing up the Nokia by touching the wall. Once again, aligning with the wall texture here, and then going left for the second sensor. The third sensor is basically in the top left corner, or just to the left when we exit that vent. And once we hit that, we're good to go. Right there. If we pass that box now, wait a little bit longer just to be sure to not accidentally touch it. Align with the wall texture here again, fly a little bit further. And now just turn left and basically aim for that texture in the wall. Left half is even better. That way you automatically explode that sensor. Switch to the chaff and you're good to go. Just leave the room to the top and we're out. Now in this next room, make sure to skip that cutscene, just like in the previous one, because cutscenes again count for the IGT. We equipped the chaff before we got here, so we just turn to the left. Before we go down, use that chaff. And before we go left, we equip the C4, so we have it already on us before we go to the next room. Go up and go left immediately, go slightly down, press circle to climb on that box. Go down again and go to that floor. Set it to 1, walk south, and you want to be basically in the bottom half next to that box. That way you're always far enough away to not get damaged from the explosion and die, but also close enough so you can walk right back up again. Be in the bottom half of this door, and then in the top half of this hallway to hit the next door. And if you do it right, you can even skip this codec. Codecs, once again, don't count for the IGT, so it doesn't matter, but it's a cool party trick nonetheless. For the final step here, we need to shoot out 2 sensors, and this is less precise. At least I didn't find a great setup yet where it works for both sensors. You want to start like in this position, the second row of that wall texture, and go down. And you don't want to go back out of that FPV. It doesn't work in the same way that you just go diagonal. You instead want to just get used a little bit to that aiming, and if you practice a little bit, you probably shoot that second sensor still fast enough. The aiming in FPV with your gun is a little bit sticky. So if you have a target that you can't shoot, it will automatically stick to it. And using that actually helps us. Before we leave now, switch to the M9, and then we start the hallway guard fight.